Hi everybody, I'm Pafslash and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the last episode, we got done taking care of some monsters on the farm outside of town. And while heading back to town from after that, I leveled up Estelle and Joshua to level 6, which is all neat and fun. What I didn't do, however, I didn't visit the Orbital Factory, which I'm pretty sure I guess that would be a benefit. I'm thinking I should probably open up a slot on Joshua's Orbment. And let's see if we can synthesize some quartz. I'm thinking maybe making a defense 1 and an attack 1. There we go. Now that we have those, let's go into the Orbit menu, which is for some reason free of all kinds of visual glitches now. And I want to give Estelle the defense 1 Orbment, no quartz I mean, and Joshua will have the attack 1. So there is that. I'm also thinking perhaps this episode is... I know this was while just now actually, while in the Orbital Factory, that I think I'm playing in a wrong aspect ratio for this episode, but I can't be bothered to change that now. So we will actually just ooh, looks like we have side quests. I might go on and do those off screen. But first we'll report our job to Aina. Good morning, how did the job at the farm go? We hit a few bumps in the road, but let me give you a brief report of the details. Okay, so Joshua gives the details. We get payment 1000 Mira and 1 BP. Cool. I see, so you ended up setting the monsters free because the personal family requested you to do so. I think it was premature on their part, but I won't pursue the matter any further. Is it okay to leave things at that? The mission of a brazier is to protect civilians and uphold justice. However, there are many ways we can protect those around us, and there are as many forms of justice as there are stars in the heavens. As a brazier, it is your job to be able to discern these things. Indeed, our work has very profound implications if we think about it in that way. It's because we aren't an organization that deals strictly with monster problems. We also intervene when disputes arise between nations. To become a high-ranking brazier, one must have more than combat strength. A well-honed mind and a flexible problem-solving skills are also required. A sharp mind and problem-solving ability, huh? Serious? The road to the big leagues sounds a lot steeper than I originally thought. Well, then your only choice is to devote yourself to working hard every day. And since you're both here, why don't I give you the details of your next job? Those are the ones I've been waiting to hear. I'm ready for anything, so what you get lined up for this? What you get lined up for us this time? Another monster that needs a good whipping? Not this time. This next job will entail the transportation of goods. And get this, your client is none other than Mayor Claus himself. Really? A request from the mayor? Do you think it'll be alright leaving such an important task up to us? From what I've heard, it's a pretty simple job. In any case, I'd like to speak with the mayor directly about the job details. Okay, so it seems we may actually have a job from the mayor on our hands, huh? Now, so we should go see the mayor. I've done everything I wanted to do. The mayor lives up in the east part of town, so let's just barge into his home. Do you think the mayor's even in today? Being as busy as he is, I'm sure there's a pretty good chance that he's out. Well, bless my soul if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. I am the mayor. Hi, Mayor Claus. I hope we're not disturbing you, sir, but we come on behalf of the Brazier Guild about a job you requested. Yes, I heard from the guild that the two of you would be coming. So you're taking over your father's work while he's away, are you? Well, we're trying at least. I'm very sorry about my dad wrenching his promise. Bah! I can't read. There's no need for apologies. Knowing your father is typical for him to be swamped with work like this. Anyway, with Lita and my wife out and about, I'd like to move this conversation somewhere else. Why don't we head upstairs to my study and go over the details? In truth, I don't think you'll find this request particularly difficult. And it's for that reason I think that asking the guild to do this job may have been a bit presumptuous. Unfortunately, I am unable to get away from my work, and I had to break down and ask the guild for help. We're informed this job involves the transport of a certain something, but what is it exactly that would like to carry us, and where? I would like to pick up a septium crystal from the Malga mine and deliver it here. When you say septium, do you mean like sepit that we often come across? Accurately speaking, sepit is fragmented septium, which is too small to be used as precious stones. Therefore, this sepit is refined and processed into quartz, which can be installed into orbments. So that's the difference, huh? I think I got a better grasp on things now. We've actually been able to obtain a certain kind of septium called esmalos from the Malga mine since the olden days. However, since a large piece of this crystal was recently discovered, I've asked the mine chief to hold on to it and see that someone could pick it up. So you'd like us to pick up this crystal from the mine chief and bring it here, is that correct? Precisely. What do you think? Is this something you think you can handle? The transport of a precious gem, huh? It'll be a nice change for fighting monsters. Should keep us on our toes too. Alright, we'll do it. I appreciate your willingness to help. Please take this with you. Mayor's referral, good. If you show that to one of the workers, they should let you into the mine. Good luck. Alright, so we now let's see, let's get out of here first and foremost. So we are to pick up a crystal from a mine, I guess. Now let's just because I've completely forgot, let's just kick open the world map to just see where we have to go. Okay, so the mine is actually up by the tower. Or if you go the same way as you did with the tower, just keep heading north. The enemies here won't reward us a lot of XP or anything at this point, so I'm mostly going to avoid enemies until we reach the mine. So there's no problem in that, I hope. Alright, let's see. It's not in there. Let's see, I think this is where the road splits. Yeah, I can even see this is written. Malga Mine 123. This means we've come about halfway, I guess. Oh shit, there's a battle here. Something I always keep forgetting when I install new quartz is actually showing off the new arts we learn. So with the installment of the Defense 1 quartz into Estelle's orbment, she's learned Stonehammer, which is Earth type offensive spell, and Joshua's learned Firebolt, which is a fire type offensive spell. So even more elemental coverage, which is great indeed, because oh no, surprise attack. I'll meet you guys back after this one. Even though that was a surprise attack, I managed to get out of there pretty easily with just some Estelle taking the blunt of the damage, which is good. I'm thinking I should do a better job of avoiding enemies going up here. Now beware, because if any enemy touches any other character than the party leader, the battle will be in the enemy's advantage, which is quite not good. Anyway, it looks like we've arrived at the mine. This is the entrance to the Malga mine. If you're not here on business, then I'll have to ask you to leave. Believe it or not, we are here on business. Valence Mayor Claus asked that we come here and pick up a certain septium crystal. Mayor's referral shown? Well, alright then, if you got the referral from Mayor, then that's a different story. I don't mean to make your job any more difficult, but would you mind going inside and speaking with the boss directly? I'm supposed to stand watch out here. Sure, that's fine, but why the boss? We're actually here to see the mine chief. The mine chief you're talking about is actually our boss, Mr. Gaton. He manages his mine and all of its workers. He's the kind of guy who enjoys discovering a septium more than eating 3 meals a day. I'm fairly sure he's working down in the lower tunnels today. Thanks for the tip. We'll go see if we can locate him. Alright, so he might be in the lower tunnels. Malga Mine. There aren't any enemies in here, even though it seems like it's pretty top dungeon material, this place. But there's no trouble to be running into here. There's no trouble to be running into in here. So, to proceed further, we actually need to take the mine cart somewhere. So, let's just hop in it. Check it out, it's a minecart. Do you think it's powered by orbments too? Seems that way to me. How about we get in and see where it takes us? Ride minecart! Whee! It's like a roller coaster. Let's see, it took us somewhere, but let's see what's here. There's a miner here. Let's talk to him. Hey, ideas, what are you kids doing down here? Are you friends with someone who works here in the mine? Not exactly, we've come to see the mine chief at the request of the mayor. Oh, so you hear about the crystal, are you? Well, if you're looking for the boss, he should be in the tunnels below. Use the elevator at the end of the tracks on the opposite side of the mine, you can get down there. The end of the tracks on the opposite side of the mine? You're riding the minecart, blah 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 blah. If you follow that all line, you reach the elevator. Yes, so pretty explanatory indeed. Let's ride the minecart all the way back whence we came. And here, let's see, flip the switch, and that will take us the other way, or at least the other way in the junction. And that should put us at the elevator. Oh, let's see about this elevator. It's the elevator supposed to reach the lower tunnels, right? That doesn't even work. Let me have a look. There's orbital energy running through it, but it appears to be mechanically locked. Maybe we should go back and ask that miner about it. Yep, we need to go back and ask the miner we just saw, because some games just like to have us running back and forth between places like this. But yeah, enough about that. Let's go see what's up with the elevator. What's that you say? The elevator wouldn't work? I see what the problem is. You need a key to activate it. But since you don't have one of your own, I'll help you out by lending you mine. Much appreciated. Once our business here is finished, we'll make sure to return it. Now that we have the key, we can ride the minecart back and do the thing. How very exciting and very, very back and forthy, if that's even a word. Okay, so now that we have the key, let's see about this elevator. Still trains the key we just borrowed. We should be able to get the elevator working this time. Let's see if we can use the elevator. Yes, let's head down, use the elevator. Blah 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 blah. Now, let's see, where can we find the mine chief? Is he in here, perhaps? There's a heal station here. I'm actually gonna use that. Rest on it. But why could there ever be a heal station in such a harmless place as the mines? Who knows? None of these guys are the mine chief. The mine chief, I believe, looks a bit more unique. I believe it's this guy. Heaven and earth, what are you two kids like you doing out here in the mine? You're the mine chief, right? Boy, am I glad to see you. We've been searching all over this dank place for you. I can't escape the dank places, I know. You're the Bracer Guild, and we come today on behalf of Mayor Klaus. Yes, Mayor Revolt, blah blah. I see, so you kids are bracers, are you? It's quite a feat for being so young. It's not that big of a deal. By the way, you're supposed to have some sort of crystal for us, right? Alright, give me a second. This little baby is something you don't see every day, which is why I've been keeping it as close to myself as possible. Large grain crystal, okay. Shiny, wow! I've never seen a crystal this big before. That's impressive. There's this little light swirling around inside too. It's one of several types of septium. Specifically, it's an Esmelos crystal, which is endowed with the power of the wind. For a gem of this size, you're looking at a hefty price tag. I'm talking about small fortune here. Make absolutely sure this gets to the mayor. Roger that. Guess you received the septium crystal. It's so beautiful. Feels like I'm carrying a little fairy in my hand. This is super fun! Check this out, Joshua! Estelle. That's nice and all, but how about you stop horsing around? If you drop it, we'll be in some serious trouble. Or real trouble, but you know. Fine, you big killjoy. Well, I guess that's that. We'll get out of your hair now, Mr. Gaton. But don't worry, we'll make sure this gets to the mayor. Counting on you, kids. What? What's the matter? That's odd. The airflow down here suddenly shifted. The airflow? The sand pits. Whoa! Ah! Now what the fuck? Is it over? Was that an earthquake just now? No. Seems there'd been a cave-in somewhere within the mine. I wonder if not one of the miners hit a patch of loose ground. Better check on the extent of the damage. Look out, Estelle! What? And we have Nuenstish. And we have the mine chief accompanying us in battle, even though he's... yeah, you know, it's not really... Yeah, you know. So... yeah. They aren't particularly weak to any element, but they don't resist any either. I'm gonna have Joshua do dual strike on this to see how effective that is. Okay, so these enemies have more than just a little in the way of defense. So, I'm thinking perhaps dropping a stone hammer on this guy. Okay, I do remember this place being, or at least the enemies in here being quite challenging. So, there is that. Now let's see how much stone hammer does. Does quite a bit of damage. Good. Joshua, you can take another hit, I hope. Yeah, you see, that's really bad. That's bad stuff. I believe, yeah, I'll believe I'll dual strike this killer crab. Hopefully I'll hit now. There we go. Good stuff. If Estelle can't use tear... oh, she can actually. That is good. Heal up Joshua, because he needs it. There we go. He can withstand a few more hits now. And we've gotten down the numbers. They just miss Estelle. That's cool. Morale, not really needed. I guess I can just charge up another stone hammer. And just get rid of this guy. Joshua, you just attack this guy. That's what I have in the way for you. Yeah, no, Estelle has a little more defense than Joshua because of the quartz I put on her. So she's more ideal for really drawing the enemies, taking the hits. But Joshua has more attack power. I don't think a dual strike will finish him, but maybe a dual strike in conjunction with one of Estelle's attack might do that trick. Let's see, 48. How much HP does he have left now? 43. I'm not quite sure if Estelle can do that much. Oh, she could actually, that's good. I was pleasantly surprised, perhaps with just good RNG. Anyway, we gain experience, Sepith, and all that good stuff. But why are there... do you usually have problems with monsters like this? No, this is the first time I've ever had anything like this happen down here. Monsters have a predisposition which attracts them to the glow of septium. So we had a lot of them wander into the mine in the past, but... judging on the situation, it may be that a recent cave-in opened up the hole in the... I need to read properly. Did you say a den of monsters? It's not inconceivable. But this is no time to be standing around thinking about it. I gotta get the other workers out of here. If that's the case, then how about you letting us help you out? You're kidding, right? Monster extermination is right up our alley. And besides, every minute counts. You're right, some extra help will be much appreciated. So how many miners are we looking at in all? Should only be 4 others working in here in the lower tunnels. Got it, now let's go find them. Sorry about all this. Alright, take these and use them if you need to. Receive some tear bombs, and now the miner guy will actually follow us around. We'll get to rescuing the other miners in the next episode, so thank you so much for watching. So take care and see you next time. Goodbye.